Alright guys, I'm here in San Diego's Balboa Park. I'm pretty much dead center in the middle. I'm going to do a walking tour, show you different areas. I'm just going to pan around at the moment, let you guys see what all it has to offer. So I will tell you, if you come here, if you're a visitor and never been here, you need 2 full days for this. You need 1 day for the zoo, and then 1 thing for everything that's not the zoo. So it has a mixture of restaurants, museums, gardens, and then just other aspects to it. So we'll just walk around, check everything out. Here's the middle. I'm gonna try to hit all 4 corners for you guys so you can see it, so you know what to expect when you come here. This is June 2025. Big benefit at the moment is parking is free. I'm hearing they're going to start charging for parking in the future. But, and then another thing to note too, make sure you wear comfortable shoes. It is quite a bit of walking. There is a free tram you can use at the moment. And then it'll take you around to show you everything. Stop at different points for you to get off. Right over there is the museum, San Diego Museum of Art. And then there's also the Oregon Pavilion. I'm going to show you that. Actually, I'm going to start walking now. We can check everything out. Okay, checking the sign here. Museum of Art. They are closed Wednesdays. Yeah, this is a Wednesday, so I'm not able to go in. So make sure you research that ahead of time, what you want to go and check out and see. Check online to know the hours that they're operating and the days. I don't know if this is due to the recent budget cuts or what. So if I turn back, there is that's also part of the San Diego Museum of Art over there. Then they are exhibiting at the moment. They have Art of East Asia. There's a sculpture court and garden. Looks like there's like a little stand out front there for refreshments and food, just like light snacks, muffins, bagels, things like that. I'm going to walk over here to my left and see what they have. Here is this is the Timken Museum of Art. This one, it is allowing free admission. Some of these you will have to pay for to get entrance. I know the Auto Museum, you do have to pay for that, a couple of dollars. So just keep that in mind, research it before you come. At the moment here, they're displaying Kent Monkman. Looks like natural art or like environmental kind of art. This is the botanical garden. We will walk in there and check it out. It's got a unique architecture to it. There's also a little pond there. They have ducks. Going in the entrance now at the moment. Let me look back to the left side. Got a lot of great plants here. A lot of vibrant colors. And there's toward the end. Just going to pan around. Got some cool yellows there. And there's the end. This is the Casa del Prado Theater. Really interesting architecture on that. I'm going to pan down that way so you can see the other buildings, the arches. And then right behind here is the San Diego Natural History Museum. Several stories high. Looks like it'll be about 4 or 5 stories in height there. And then back that way, they have some kind of exhibit. It says patio show on that banner. We will definitely go and check out that area. Looks like they call that the Art Center. Okay, so it's good from time to time to go to a legend to find out where you are exactly. They say that this is the Village Art Studio. They give a breakdown of what everything is included, so you can have an idea what you're going to be seeing. You may not necessarily want to go check it out. And then here's the bigger map for Balboa Park itself. Okay, directly ahead is the Reuben H. Fleet. That's a science center. There's a little fountain there. I'm actually on the edge. I believe that's Park Boulevard, that street right over there. And then here's the Natural History Museum. I showed you another side of that shortly ago. These are these steps. I believe this is the main entrance that they want you to use. And then let me show you that view down the way. Oh man, it's just beautiful. Look at all the trees and then the bushes there. Here's another one of these maps. I highly encourage you every time you see one along your walking tour, take advantage of it and go ahead and just check in and see what all they have. So at this point, I still want to show you the outside of the zoo, the Oregon Pavilion, the International Houses, and the Auto Museum. Let's check there. Okay, shortly from the Reuben H. Fleet Science Center, there's the San Diego History Center, Model Railroad Museum, Museum of Photographic Arts. I'm going to walk down and let you guys check it out. These are the hours of the San Diego History Center. Some of the exhibits there. They also do have bathrooms inside. Make sure you take advantage of those while you're here. Certain exhibit here, Women Focus. Only certain hours. Closed Monday through Wednesday. Okay, this is the San Diego Botanical Garden Foundation, San Diego Floral Association, and then there's the Casa del Prado. They say this is Casa de Balboa, which we just went through. And there's Museum of Art down that way. Has a cafe in there. I didn't show it. Quite a few people in there. I didn't want to get them in the shot, but looks like some good options if you're here for a couple hours. One of several restaurants is the Prado. It's a popular one. A lot of people like to go there. It's good for groups. It says on there, restaurant, banquets, weddings. Visitor center is also included in there. Have a sculpture here in the middle. Let's go check this out. This is El Cid Campeador. by Anna Huntington, Hispanic Society of America from July 5th, 1930. Another restaurant there, Artifact Restaurant. It's part of the Mingei International Museum. Most of the park, I'll say, is shaded, which is pretty nice on a hot day. Directly ahead is Sprinkles Oregon Pavilion. And then off to the side there, we'll be there in a minute. Those are the international houses. And then there is the Tea Pavilion directly ahead, Japanese Friendship Garden. This seems to be one of the more popular places for people to come and take a picture. A lot of times I'll set up a tripod and go stand in front of the center. And then the second week, I believe, of December, they have a big event called Christmas in the Park. It got renamed December Nights, probably like 10, 15 years ago. Oh, there goes off the bell. So those happen, I believe, every hour or every 30 minutes, something like that. And then, nonetheless, they have at this pavilion, they have a big event there where a group comes and sings at this location. So that's a big event during the year that they have. Here are the international cottages. They have maybe 20, 25 countries represented. Here's the House of Panama. Here's the House of Mexico. Let me scroll to my left. Not too sure what these are. I'll walk over there in a minute. And then off to keep going around. There's the House of Iran. And then House of the Philippines. I'm going to walk down a bit here, check out the others. As I said, it's probably about 24 total. Each one's maybe 500 square feet or so in total size. This is the House of Puerto Rico. House of Spain. There's the House of Hungary. This is the United Nations building, an international gift shop. Here is the House of the Czech and Slovak Republics. And then the House of England. There's Israel, Germany, Finland. There's another one there. I can't read it from here. Poland. Another one. There's Denmark, China, and Scotland. Then we have Colombia and Ireland, United States, Ukraine, and Sweden. And then there's Denmark and Norway. We have Korea, India, Peru, Chamboro, Palestine, and Turkey. This is the Balboa Park Club. Then they put a sign explaining it here. This goes back to 1915. Has Pueblo Revival style design. It was meant to be the New Mexico State building when they originally built it. Okay, directly ahead is the Comic-Con Museum. Excuse the noise, the airport is nearby. Then the lighter colored buildings, the Air and Space Museum. And then there's the Automotive Museum. Here's a recital hall, and then there's also a puppet theater off to the right. There's the Starlight Bowl there. I'm getting the idea they're going to shut it down because they got some website there about Save It. Looks like it's all closed up with the chain link fence. And then directly there is the Municipal Gym. Let you check back that way. That's going back more toward the center of the park. Here's the auto museum. They have a jet, fighter jet right there. It's kind of cool. And then there's another one directly there. That's a Navy aircraft. This is the entrance to San Diego Zoo. Always, as a good meeting spot, look for the Lion. That's a good place for groups. And then they sell tickets off there to the side. They have automated ticket, little vending machines that you can use. And then they have the pricing up there. And then there's a tram you can take throughout. An aerial tram, which is pretty good. You get to see a lot of the zoo, as well as a tram that's actually on the ground. Make sure you check that out. At the Balboa Park Carousel, let's check this out. It was originally installed in 1910 in Los Angeles, and it was brought here in 1922. So, something cool for the kids. Okay, looking directly ahead is the main area of the park. That's what most people think about when they think of Balboa Park. But I'm actually standing at the area on the other side of Park Boulevard. So that street there is Park Boulevard. Now I'm going to show a little bit of this area. This is the Balboa Park Activity Center. You can take note of that address there. You can use that as a reference point. Park Boulevard or Zoo Drive to get to the area for parking if you're taking a vehicle. Then here's looking back. I'm going to go check out those buildings over there. Because actually, I've lived here a long time. I don't think I've ever gone on this area of the park. But today's the day. Let's do it. This is the Veteran Museum and Memorial Center.